and welcome to another live show of Talk on the Rocks. This is Mike.
And this is Jamie.
And we have plenty of stuff to talk about tonight, but first let's get some business out of the way. We're going to be having something to drink tonight, each of us.
Yes, and actually we're doing something each different. Well, we did the other night too because you didn't want any of my delicious wine, but we decided to each have a hot drink tonight because, you know, today when I left for work, honey, did you know that when we left this morning, it was -4 degrees out?
Yeah, in fact, it warmed up a little bit by the time I took my son to school. It was -1.
Yeah.
And
cold.
Colin, which is my son, kept cheering from the back seat because it kept going from -1 to 0. He'd go, yeah! Oh, gonna go back down to -1. So he was rooting on that weather all the way. That's the beauty of technology. You got the play-by-play all the way to school.
Oh, yep.
So. For
sure. But yeah, it's cold. So, honey, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, tonight I'm drinking something warm and yummy. I am drinking what I like to call the hot chocolate for adults. It's a mocha latte, and it's one of those Maxwell House International cafes.
Yes, you have the container there?
Yeah, you brought the container so I could show it off, which might be blurry, but yeah, the Maxwell House International Cafe. And you can see the lovely sticker on there. It's from Meijer, and I paid $3.15 for a whole can. See, why go to some fancy coffee shop and pay $4 for a tall when you can get a whole can that... Or
a Trente.
A Trente. Hey, don't diss the Trente, because sometimes you just need to drink a 55-gallon drum of coffee. Just have those days, and you just, you know...
And then pour a bottle of wine in the cup.
Does that Trente come with a backpack?
No, but it should come with like one of those beer helmets with the straws.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. They could just have like a straw that goes over your shoulder, and you're good to go.
But I'm sure after you drink that coffee, or when you're getting to that second straw of coffee, that you're going to be bouncing around from the caffeine so much that it's just not worth it unless it's got like a super good lid.
Mm-hmm.
But
so you found out something like moments before the show started. We were playing around, and for all those who tuned in just for some of that pre-show banter, you might have heard us talking about it.
What did I find out?
About Google. The Google wedding?
Oh, I'm like,
Yes.
Wow, it's been a long day, peeps. I'm sorry. So, apparently, Google now has a wedding feature, so you can use many of their tools like Google Sites, Picnic, and Picasso, and all these other things too. Apparently, I didn't shut my iPad off. I apologize. But it's got all these different, their apps to do wedding planning. And apparently, if you sign up for the sweepstakes, you get $25,000 towards your wedding.
Wow.
Which is amazing because then we can actually have a nice wedding. Not that we won't anyways, but that would help out immensely.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm actually looking at creating a new website. For those of you who may have gotten married in the last 10 years or so, I want to say this has been out. TheKnot.com is a really good resource, but it has a lot left to be desired because really the only things that it advertises on there are knot pics. And if you live in an area where there aren't so many knot pics, there's not a lot to pick. So you got to do your own research. But yeah, their website setup on the Knot is, I don't know, it is very template and it's very cookie cutter. So I'm going to see if Google website lets you do a little bit different customization. So your website actually looks like a website that you created, not just, hey, I'm going to pick this color scheme and type in my stuff and be done.
So how many sites have you made so far? Is it just the Knot, and then now this would be your second?
Well, for weddings, yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the other day I got interviewed. We'll say interviewed for an About Me page for the wedding. And
listen, I don't think I actually interviewed you. I think I just wrote it and said, "Here, what do you think?"
Yeah, I said okay, and then you went back and read them both, and mine sounded like a blurb in the back of Forbes magazine.
Not even Forbes. It sounded like the blurb on the back of a box of cereal.
Why? No. Okay, first of all, who gets blobs put on the back of a box of cereal besides Wheaties?
No, look.
and why can't I be on the back of Forbes? I'm good enough. I just, anybody who can afford the classified ad can be in Forbes. You don't actually have to be rich.
Right.
So just let me have
No, apparently you have to be a millionaire.
Anyway, as I was saying, here I am. This quick little snapshot of, yep, here's Mike, and he's done these couple things.
No, there was no here's Mike. Here's what Mike labels himself as. 6 different labels, and he's done. No history of Mike, no what Mike has done, not who Mike really is. 6 labels, and okay, here you go. This is who I am. No, this was not what I was looking for an about me for a wedding website to have our friends and family see who may not know the other party as well as they know the party that they're related to.
That's why they get a chance to meet and greet with me at the reception.
Okay.
They can actually see what I am. Whereas I felt like I was being interviewed to make sure that
you're being vetted, honey.
I know. That way there people can do it's like a dossier they can bring with them to the church. So when he says, anybody have any objections?
They can be actually,
yes. 3 points I was just wondering about before we proceed.
Are you really the nerdiest father in the world? Because I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Wait, wow.
Hey, it's not me saying it. I'm just mock saying what someone else might say. I don't say that. Obviously, I'm still marrying you.
What kind of people are you talking to that might say that?
I was making something up. It wasn't for real. Yeah, drink your coffee. Be quiet.
I'm going to change your icon on our website to a shovel. Because you're always just digging those holes and stepping in.
You know what? I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
Wow.
Take that. Revert back to 3rd grade.
All right, well, moving on.
All right.
So this is something that's made me... I took concern of it because I let my son play with my iPad, and he's always asking about passwords. What's your password, Daddy? What's your password? He's we're trying to watch. He has no etiquette when it comes to passwords.
He has no etiquette when anyone's on a computer. It annoys the crap out of me when I'm reading my email and he's lurking behind me. Not everything in there is for him to see.
He's gonna be 7 next month, but he's curious about everything. He's not. I don't think there's anything malicious he means by it, but
he's curious, and I can understand that. However,
we're working on
curiosity killed the cat.
We're working on the privacy with him. With that, we don't want any problems. Is all I'm getting at. Well, right. Here's what the article is about. There was an 8-year-old girl who played Smurf's Village, and if you have an iPad, you might have seen this. It was a top free app for the longest time. And this is the thing that caught my eye. When it was a top free app, it was also a top grossing app. It's how is that possible? Oh, yeah, in-app purchases. Well, their economy is based on Smurf berries, which cost real dough. And the more Smurf berries you want, the more real dough you spend. Well, this 8-year-old spent to the tune of $1,400 racked up in a single billing period with iTunes.
That's ridiculous.
$1,400 for these Smurf berries. So she was definitely buying them by the wagon full. And
literally, that's how they sell them, by the wagon full.
Yeah, you can buy them by
it's not a figure of speech.
by the wagon, by the bucket, by the wheelbarrow. But I mean,
how much does one Smurf berry cost?
They don't sell them as singles, I don't think. But you use it to make things happen in the game faster and unlock certain things. I've never actually played the game, and I'm glad I haven't, because having that on the iPad, I can see my son just innocently thinking, "Oh, I want to buy these." Click, not thinking anything about it. Ask for a password. If you remember what my password is, plops it in. Next thing you know, he's got himself a wagon full of Smurf berries, and it's never enough.
No, as evidence from tell him the other pit of money that you've discovered Colin is.
Oh, what? Free realms?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Well, okay, let's back it up. I think it's also, the innocently enough, but also kids have no concept of what money means. And I forgot about this because, I'm 25 years old now. And, other than Colin, stop your fake crying over there. I saw that. You were hoping I missed that, weren't you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
So I haven't been around little kids in a while because, my nieces and nephews are pretty grown up. The youngest is 12 now, so it's been a while since she was Colin's age. And I forget that they don't realize things like how, you have to teach them what money means. And he completely understands when he's spending his own money, what money means, but when he's spending everybody else's money, no concept.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dad and Jamie have all the money in the world. They can buy me whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah.
Newsflash, dude.
Right.
That's not the way the world works.
So that was a daily question for a long time. Is can we get more station cash today? More station cash. So he would ask quite often to reload his account.
Yeah. Well,
so Free Realms is free. It's a free game. Anybody can play it.
Unless you teach your son where all the things that cost money are.
Well, okay. Well, freerealms.com. I enjoyed it because it was a game that we both could play. But if you don't pay for a membership and you don't do the station cash, you're stuck on you level up different jobs is what it is. You basically
you only level up to what, level 10?
5.
Okay, well, still.
Okay, well.
But let's back up. Let's be reasonable about this because other online games cost a lot more for a monthly membership. This is only $5 a month, but you can be a member for only $35 one-time fee and you're a lifetime member.
Right.
That is an awesome part of Free Realms. However, they still have this, if you want to get the cool pets or the cool thing for your house. Like, honestly, how I played the game enough to, kind of dabble in each one of the areas.
The best way to explain Free Realms is this. It is like Second Life, if you've ever heard of that game or seen it. Where it's basically you're just an online avatar and you can go all around the world and really do some cool stuff with it. But it's like Second Life meets Bejeweled. Because all of the ways you earn money and play games, it's all puzzle games like that.
Right.
So, and they got some little arcade type fighting games you could do too. I mean, they try to do something for everybody. It's fun, and the one thing I have no problem with my son playing it because they are very good about filtering the chat. I mean, you can't even go so far as to put real names in there. If you try to type in your first name,
you can't even put numbers in there.
Yeah, can't put numbers. I mean, there's no way for a kid to give away personal information online. I mean,
unless they're really trying and they know how to cheat the system.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, you'd have to actually sound out numbers and things phonetically.
Right.
Like instead of 3, you might put fee, or instead of FOUR, you have to put FOR.
Right.
You have to go out of your way to really cheat the system, but
at the same time, it's really kid friendly too. It's like kiddie type graphics. The games aren't hard. I mean, Colin's almost 7, and although he's a pretty advanced 7-year-old, it's still kid friendly enough that he's like, oh, this is a fun thing, and I can kind of do this on my own without needing help all the time.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was hoping to hear from you guys, either in chat or on Twitter or...
I did throw the phone number back up, so
or call in. I opened the phone up so you can take a call too. But have you ever bought online currency for any kind of game or service? As far as because I know Facebook credits is the big thing now, where you can buy these credits to do different games and do things on Facebook. I haven't really explored it yet, but I know it's out there and I'm hearing some buzz about it. But whether it be that, or I know Farmville has the Farmville Cash, or they got Cafe World, which is another. Zynga is the company that does all those different world games. You can buy the different currencies. Heck, you can go to 7-Eleven now, and they got game cards you can buy right there to get on there and get your Farmville Cash, which I played Farmville for a while. I got sucked into that after getting 50,000 invites and gift requests,
mostly from my mother.
That's nothing wrong with that. I mean, just after a while you see it so much, you're like, okay, what is this about? I'm gonna check it out. And it was actually kind of fun. I actually was like, well, this is pretty cool. I mean, I got to the point where one of my other friends showed me a trick where you could, because your guy is a guy you have, your avatar, he has to run around and do the farming and do the planting, and then he goes over and shakes the trees and gets the fruit, and you can make money. You actually make money by brushing your dog.
What? I wish I got money by that. Hello, I've got a husky golden retriever. Do you know how much money I'd make?
But you could you have all these different animals. You brush them, like you don't slaughter any animals. You brush them, and you you sell their feathers and friendly stuff. They don't want to gross anybody out. But
no slitting of pig throats.
But your little avatar has to run around the screen and do that. Well, my buddy showed me a trick where you put bales of hay in like a square in the center, and it traps your guy in. So when that happens, he doesn't move anywhere, and everything just happens instantly. So I was feeling pretty slick then. But where the Farmville Cash comes into play,
Farmville cheats.
Yeah, there you go. It's a free one. Go ahead, use it. You'll love it. But where the Farmville cache came into play is that they slowly introduced ways into the game of making everything happen faster. If you instead of having to click on every single plot of land to farm it, but trust me, you get to the point where you get your farm blown out way wide. I was greedy, so I tried to make as many crops as I could, but it became like a chore to click on every single plot of land. I mean, you'd spend 15 minutes, plowing everything, and then another 5 minutes planting everything. And before you know it, you're like, where did 30 minutes go? I'm working virtual land here that gives me nothing but carpal tunnel. So they introduced these vehicles you could buy. You could buy the seeder, and you could buy the harvester and the plower. But the catch is, these things would actually just completely just rip through and do it as quick as lightning. But you have to have fuel for the vehicles, and the fuel isn't free. You get one tank of fuel to start off your day, but once you burn that through in just a couple of rows, you spend Farmville cash to buy more fuel to get things done faster.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Which, hey, smart for them, and they were selling quite a bit of it.
Which is stupid. Like, let's be honest. Would you rather spend? Let's do something comparable. Would you, ladies or lady that's listening, would you rather spend $30 on a pedicure or manicure that's going to last you? Okay, pedicures, let's be honest, they last like a month. A manicure lasts 2 weeks, but you feel really good about yourself and you have something to show for it, rather than spending $30 on cash for an online game. And what do you have to show for it at the end?
It's fun though. It's fun, and and the thing is though, we're not talking about like a gazillion dollars.
Stickerheads Mike says that these games are for people that have no social friends. No in real life friends.
They have neighbors. Don't you know that?
They have virtual neighbors that are usually pretty rude. Let's talk about that for a second. My auntie does this as well, and she actually went so far as to make a chart of how long it took each crop to be harvested, like start to finish, what it was, how equitable it was for you to plant this. So how much money would you earn in how much time, and how many days it takes, and all this kind of stuff. Like, she actually made a chart of all of the crops that you could plant.
Sure.
Craziness. Well, then she'd connect with people.
Wait a minute.
I get the logic behind it, and let me tell you, I know my auntie better than anyone practically, and it is so her to be that organized, let's say.
Hey,
organized.
Hey, listen. That's how she enjoyed the game.
But okay, here's what I'm getting at though. Is
crazy, just the way she enjoyed it. And I may not sit down and
make a chart
with a chart of my virtual,
an Excel spreadsheet of it.
I may not do that, but
okay, here's the part that I was getting at though, is the virtual friends thing. Okay, it's not like having friends in real life, because friends in real life you actually have to kind of be nice to. You could randomly get people around you to harvest your crops. You pay them, and it's cheaper than actually harvesting them yourself, which is strange because in real life that's so not how it works. But apparently Karaoke Jenny says it's a stupid game, but she got sucked in by the cute little pigs, which is kind of cute. But she said she'll never spend real money on it, and I agree. But it's the fact of you're not even making solid relationships with these people. I don't agree with the whole, you have neighbors. Okay, well, really, you connect with them for maybe a half an hour online. Do you really talk about you and your life and talk about them and their life? No, you say, hey, harvest this for me. Hey, harvest this for me. Hey, I'll harvest yours if you harvest mine. Like, it's a pimpin' relationship, let's be honest.
Well, you don't harvest each other's crops. You harvest your own. What you do for your neighbor.
Oh, this is Farmville, not Farmtown. I'm sorry, I'm confusing them.
Okay, I was going to say, what you do in Farmville, which is the one I'm familiar with, you can go and fertilize your neighbor's crops and help them. You all right? You almost fertilized your monitor, it looks like.
Yeah. I almost crop dusted my monitor.
Oh, but yeah, that's
my God.
I see that a lot of times though, where I have friends on my Facebook feed. They'll say, so and so has discovered a magical egg. He wants to share it with you.
Does anyone else find this strange though? Like, how often do your friends walk up to you and go, "Hey, Come here. Come here. I got a secret to tell you. Don't tell anyone this. Don't. I'm serious. It's a secret. You will never guess what I found when I was walking through Meijer yesterday. Hidden under a box of Cheez-Its was this little tiny magical egg, and it sparkled, and it made a little noise. But shh, don't tell anyone about this. No, of course not. You'd think that your friends were off their rocker and probably try to commit them.
I'm laughing because Mike, Stickerhead says in chat, "Hey Mike, I need 2 nails for my coffin." And it's so funny because that's like the big thing of the barn raisings. All your friends are posting all these messages. Hey, I need
nails. I need lumber.
But you know what though? It's genius though. If you really think about it, it's a genius what they've put together there because they reward people by pulling them into into the game. They reward you by going out and recruiting your friends, and everyone goes out and does it. One way or another. By they give away the gifts or ask them to be the neighbors. And Jenny, you're right. It keeps you on Facebook and it keeps you playing the game. I mean, it's
Hey, Hazel Eyes. We're happy you joined.
So, but because the next one is everyone who used computers in school during the 80s would certainly remember this Oregon Trail. That was a huge game in school for me. And
me too. I'm still 8 years behind you, but we played that too on those huge 5-inch floppy disks.
Yes, and the game was just mesmerizing, but it always held a special place in my heart for it. So even after I got out of school, you'd always look online for a way to play it or a place to download it or something. Just because you never know, you might get an itch to see if Uncle Jed gets dysentery and if you have
you lost the oxen in the river. And
my favorite part was always the hunting, and it was always a throw. And that big fat bear would come out, and that little tiny bullet comes out of your gun. It's like slow mo. I always see it in slow motion in my mind. It's like, oh yes, the whole family's gonna eat for the winter. If I could just carry it back to the cart.
And you can't, so your family died. No, the other one, there's a couple other ones too that are totally throwbacks. Remember when Nintendo had Duck Hunt?
Wait a minute. Back on the real quick
I'm sorry.
Before we move on, Oregon Trail is now for Facebook. I haven't tried it.
Did they
yet.
release it yet?
Yes, it's released, and so is Carmen Sandiego. They're both out. It's done.
Hang on, where's Facebook?
No, you can wait talk to the show, lady.
Man,
you wait talk to the show, and you can send me all of your requests for clues, all you want. But
okay.
No, but the Oregon Trail one, they brought the social aspect into it. So I haven't seen it firsthand yet.
Wait, so you have other people to be your family?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, your friends and family are your actual
Wait, so you're
playing
simultaneously? Because, Oregon Trail was kind of like a one-player game. What happens if, you're playing with, your sister or whatever?
It's more dragged out, is what I understand it to be. It's more dragged out, and it's the same kind of concept with the other games. Your friends and your family help you along your journey by responding to your requests. And but if by all accounts it's pretty fun, so I'm going to try it, and I'll come back at a future show and tell you exactly what I think.
Ooh, fun.
But also the Carmen Sandiego game as well, because I always enjoyed playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and I fancied myself quite the detective. Interpol, they always thank me for a job well done and gave me high ranks.
They're always very thankful.
They are very thankful.
They are.
But you never notice though, their praise never matches their condemnation when you let someone slip through your fingers.
I know. It's like you I don't know, killed Santa Claus when you lose if you don't find the culprit.
Yes.
But if you win, they're like, "Hey, good job."
I tell you, see, it's like I want to tell them, "Hey, I'm only 10 years old. How was I supposed to know the Mona Lisa was in Paris?"
Listen, funny story about that. I actually had to do a project on Italy because we had to do different countries in the world.
I'm interested in the story because you actually are tying this into Carmen Sandiego. Continue.
As opposed to all my other stories, which don't tie into Carmen Sandiego, ergo you're not interested?
Sure. No, continue. This is good. Don't build it up more than it needs to be, though, so gotta keep rolling.
All right, fine. So in 5th grade, I had to do a project on countries, and one of my countries was Italy. And I did this whole presentation, did all this research, yada, 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 and one of the kids goes, "Hey, What about the Leaning Tower of Pisa? I'm like, oh yeah, where is that? Yeah. Guess I didn't do my research real well, did I?
How old were you again?
I was.
This was what, your
10.
Senior year of
No.
Undergrad?
Oh my gosh. I was in 5th grade.
5th grade. All right. So,
anyways,
but anyway, that's, I guess just to wrap up this whole segment here is that online currency, it is definitely a growing
evil.
But it's growing. You cannot deny the fact that it is growing, and people are making a lot of money selling it. I mean, because it's really this. What overhead do you have with it? I mean, it's an unlimited supply. Either people buy it or they don't. And I'm sure the people who run Farmville don't care if you want to spend 45 minutes grooming your farm versus paying the 5 Farmville cash to automatically, which they added that too. You can automatically make your crops all grow. So you spend a little Farmville cash, your crops, doesn't matter whether they were supposed to take 12 hours or 12 days, clicking that button, spending the cash, they automatically all become ready to harvest. 5 Farmville cash, I think is what it was, or something like that. So, yep, grab your credit card and let's feed those virtual hungry people.
Yikes. Anyways, can we move on to a different story?
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I want to talk about bath salts.
Bath salts?
Yeah.
Am I dirty? I mean, do I need to take a bath? Is that what you're trying to get at?
We'll talk about that at another show. Or after the show. So apparently, according to The Consumerist, Florida has recently banned Coke and meth-like bath salts, which are sold in gas stations. Let's break that down.
Wait. Just so you don't lose me here. Coke, as in cocaine.
Cocaine.
Meth,
as in like crystal meth. Yes.
Like salts, like they look like it.
Well, okay, it's. Let me read this straight off the thing because I don't want to confuse anybody, and I am quoting The Consumerist. It says Florida became the second state after Louisiana, so apparently Louisiana is jumping the gun on this, to ban sales of MDPV, a synthetic drug which with the effects similar to meth and cocaine that sellers are marketing as bath salts. NPR reported this as well, apparently.
Okay.
Apparently, they can be found in convenience stores and gas stations, and besides their high, authorities have said that the drug produces a psychotic break in their users, afflicting them with violent hallucinations. So great. It says in one case, a man tore a police radio from the car with his teeth.
What? From snorting a bath salt?
I don't think you have to snort it. I think you have to bathe in it. It gets into your pores. Hello, you're naked in the tub, unless you're weird.
No, I'm sure they have to ingest it somehow other than just bathing in it.
But okay, well, if you're sniffing bath salts to begin with, I mean, I have some bath salts that I was given for Christmas that smell pretty darn good.
Yeah, Ginny's confirming that they're snorting them.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Ginny.
See, I knew there had to be. There's no way that could just be. Because what happened? Granny lays down for a soak. Next thing you know, she's getting naked at bingo. I mean, come on.
You never know. Listen, those old biddies will do anything for those $5 bingos. Listen, I was not in Iowa. That's where the good grandma lives. The weird grandma lived in Florida, and she would take me to bingo when I was visiting her in her condominium. And honest to God, they played the bingo with the cards with the things that slide up. You don't actually have the punchers. You have to slide the red part up to cover the number. You know, like the old school things.
Okay. Their
jackpot or whatever was $5, and I was only playing one card, whereas these old grannies are playing like 6. And I actually won one time, and they were ridiculous. They nearly ran me out of there and were telling my grandma, "Mary, don't bring that kid back here. She took my smoking money."
Oh, my goodness.
Seriously.
I know. They
are crazy about it.
So,
but anyways, so don't put it past grannies to snort meth bath salts, I guess.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get that joke, by the way. There's a joke I heard years ago when I was
a youngster,
a teenager. Someone told me that what has 88 balls and screws old people?
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yikes.
Yeah, I was like, So,
Anyways. Yeah, so apparently the names of these bath salts are cleverly disguised as Vanilla Sky, White Lightning, and Ivory Snow.
okay, that's not too clever. That's begging you to
put it on your nose.
Yeah, it's hey, they don't really care how it gets bought. They're going to assume that you're going to take it home and enjoy a nice, relaxing, scented bath, and the minerals will have a chance to really purify your skin, as opposed to giving you incredible strength to bust into a cop car and rip the radio out with your teeth.
And apparently another woman went after her mother with a machete. Who has a machete lying around, first of all? Like, do you just have this in the house? You're like, I'm going to snort these bath salts. And then, right. Here's that machete I got on sale at Kmart.
There's two separate thought processes going on there. No one ever, just like when you drink, no one ever says, you know what, I cannot wait to get drunk tonight. I want to get so hammered that I'm going to black out. And I'm going to just take the first girl home I see, take her home, and not remember what I did all night.
He didn't spend enough time in college.
No one ever says that. No one ever plans for that. It just happens. They're going to go out and say, tonight's going to be a good night, go out and get drunk, and be fun, and then the rest just kind of just happens.
Okay.
No one ever says, man, I'll tell you what, I probably should take bail money and have it already tucked away in my wallet in a separate compartment. So when I get pulled over for drunk driving tonight, I'm covered.
I'm good.
No, it just kind of happens.
Oh, okay.
So I think that this person who happened to have a machete, which we still question, who.
That's the part I was questioning, not the fact that she snorted bath salts, which is questionable in it
itself. Do you remember where this happened, or did you just kind of read that in passing?
No, it's part of this whole...
No. What I mean is like what location of the country did this woman have a machete?
I'm going to assume Florida, since this is where the ban happened.
Kudzu, I don't know, do they get kudzu in Florida? Because I know they get it in Georgia.
What's kudzu?
It's the big weed they get down there that grows. Like if you go driving down I-85 or 316 by where I used to live in Georgia, there would be like towers. Oops. It's like worse than,
look what you did.
I know. Worse than Wrigley Field, where these towers of vine would just go up forever. I mean, it got so bad that people would actually make kudzu statues, and they shaped the kudzu into like dinosaurs and crazy stuff. So maybe she had a machete because the kudzu was so bad.
I see.
But after a hard day worth of hard work, and then the humidity was getting her, and she was all like draining. Her sinuses were draining. She's like, and I'm falling asleep. I need something to pick me up. I need something to clear my sinuses. Oh, you know what? Bath salts smell pretty good. Machete! Come here!
Oh my goodness,
Ginny! That was a real reenactment. That's why you tune in, people, to get reenactments of news stories. Forget that boring anchor sitting there going, "And today, a woman sniffed a white lightning bath salt and ran after her friend with a machete." No. I told you exactly how it went down. There's no confusion.
Oh my gosh.
She turned into a screaming Hulk.
Yikes! Listen, Ginny says that they have one in their shed. And she thought everyone owned one. But what I want to comment on was Mike saying, "Excuse me, sir, can I get a pack of smokes, some beef jerky, box of condoms, and a pack of bath salts?" I said, "Sounds like a good night."
Wow, Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you're kidding. I worry about you and bath salts, honey. Because I think you were searching for it. And you were actually kind of worried that they were going to ban it here.
Oh my goodness!
Because I just want to know why every time you come home, you drive. What do you drive round trip? About 35, 40 miles?
30-ish miles. Yeah.
I just kind of wonder why your tank is always on full every day you come home. I think you've been making extra stops at the gas station to check.
I was gonna say, didn't you remember the $10 I had to mooch off of you for gas money the other day?
I know you were shaking. You're like,
oh my God! Like that girl on NCIS last night.
Oh, okay. You know what? Do you want me
should we not talk about that, or should we?
Do you want me to throw up on this microphone?
Oh, please don't. Although we do have extra covers, so I guess it wouldn't be that bad.
I do. I know we have the rest of the rainbow to go through.
Well,
I got red, but I have yellow, blue, and orange. But all right. Well, real quick, without the gory details, a person.
This is an old NCIS, by the way. It's
Old
like in
NCIS.
2007.
Yeah, it was on the marathon. We DVR'd it, but
Because we're dorks and we like
here's
that.
the quick and dirty. I won't go into all the details other than the fact that the person who is the murder victim or whatever, he got hit by a car, gets put into the hospital. He's acting weird. It turns out he was smuggling heroin by having a baggie implanted in him.
I think he swallowed it.
He swallowed it. The baggie ruptured, so it killed him, or leaked or whatever, and it killed him. So the drug dealer and the dead guy's sister were there, and she's a junkie, and she's already wanting a hit of something.
And she's twitching and wigging out.
Right. Long story short, they send the body to the morgue. He wants to get the stuff out, so he sneaks it. The drug dealer sneaks into the morgue. He's going to cut him open himself, but he doesn't want to screw it up, so he ends up kidnapping the doctor to make her do it for him. But so she ends up being tough, and after she pulled the bag out, she took the scalpel and cut the bag open and sprinkled it all over.
So it'd all be bad.
So it'd all be bad. So after things are winding down and there's a gunfight, blah blah blah, the sister starts snorting the heroin off of the corpse.
That's
Her own brother, and she's snorting heroin off of
bloody
his corpse.
heroin.
Yeah. So,
I guess those were kind of gory details, but
yeah.
yeah, this is why you don't do drugs, people. It's bad.
I can think of lots of reasons why you wouldn't want to do drugs.
Well, I'm just saying that adds to them.
This probably adds to them. Though you know what? They probably could pay NCIS to take that snippet of that show and put that on as a commercial. I bet you that would be more effective than any of the "I learned it from you, Dad" commercials. Because somehow that didn't turn me away from experimenting in college on marijuana. Though it was a waste of my time. Marijuana was not worth the experiment. But I didn't think twice about it because "I learned it from you, Dad" didn't work. Tax dollars were not spent wisely there. So.
All right. Did you have something else?
Well, the question: did you have something else before we move on to our new campaign going forward about our health?
Let's talk about something else first.
You gotta psych yourself up.
Yeah.
And I'm completely with Mike in chat. Just say no to drugs, but say yes to beer.
You don't really even like beer that much.
I like it sometimes, but to me, when I say yes to beer, I also say
yes to Jack Daniels.
Yes to Jack Daniels.
Gotcha.
There you go. Yes to liquor. In general, alcohol in general, yes.
All right. Well, I found another interesting story, which kind of sickens me. But apparently, 1/3 of Americans in this study would give up sex to keep the remote control.
1/3?
1/3 of Americans would give up sex to have their remote control. Like if they had to choose between sex and having access to a TV and the remote control, they'd say, I'd rather watch TV.
They'd rather watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depends on how... Oh, boy. I guess it depends.
Yeah, because it frustrates them more to not have the remote control than to not have sex.
See, you need a control group with that. I mean, when they took the respondents, did they look at their spouses?
Listen, I did not conduct the study. I'm reading this from MSNBC.com. ZDNet apparently is the one that promoted it the first, and apparently, if forced to choose, 36% of Americans would rather forego. Yeah. It's an actual 36% of Americans would rather forego sex for a whole month than give up their remote controls for the same time period. And it says, for a month. Are we so lazy that 1/3 of us would give up sex just to avoid getting off the couch to change the TV station?
Well, what depends. Is it must-see TV Thursdays that month?
Honey?
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah. I'm here. I mean, there's lots of factors. I'm just trying to say. I mean, it's a hockey playoffs. I mean, that's a hard time.
Honey.
It's what? You don't understand. It's the hockey playoffs, and it's when the NHL gets good. The refs put their whistles away. I mean, It's a month, right? Just for a month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it depends on the time of year, you know.
Sandy chimed in and said, "How long have they been married?" Sandy, I don't know. I'm assuming that these aren't fiancés or newlyweds or whatever.
Well, I don't, as I say, what's a control group? I mean,
like I said, I didn't conduct the study, honey. I just
what
found
about
it
you?
disturbing.
Wait. What about you? What about you? 1 month. It's Glee. Something terrible happens to Sue Sylvester.
If it's DVR'd, I don't really care.
No, you can't even watch DVR.
I didn't say I couldn't watch it if it's DVR'd. Like if I can DVR it and watch it after the month, okay.
No.
What do you
The minute you go to watch it, your month starts.
No, that's not how this study. It just said if you lose the remote control.
I'm trying to trick you into saying yes.
Why would you want to trick me into saying yes? Doesn't that mean that I love you more than I love TV?
It has nothing to do with loving me more. It just
Yes, it has everything to do with loving you more. If I could go a month without being with you versus going a month without what? But I don't have the remote. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as it is DVR'd, I can wait.
Okay.
Okay, and even if I don't have the remote, and even if it's not DVR'd, hello, everything that I might want to watch is online. By the time I want to watch it, it's been recorded, it's available online for me to watch. I'm not that concerned about it.
See, the hockey playoffs. That's where I'm stuck.
All right, let's put it to the challenge.
You can't.
When June rolls around, you're cut off, buddy boy. We'll see how long that lasts.
Wow. It's a month. It's just 1 month.
Yeah.
And
and
I've got a DVR on my wrist.
Okay. I don't know if I want to continue going down this path.
You don't.
Because I don't really want people to know that much. I love y'all, but...
Can you filter the red off my camera so my faces can be normal colored now?
What? Mike, you wish you could DVR sex? I don't even know what that means.
I know what that means. So...
All right, ladies, let them have their moment, and we'll move on. But anyways, and
a third of Americans, though, that is okay. That is kind of shocking.
That is
because I think they just asked the question, they answered. I mean, no stipulations like I made.
Right. Here's the more disturbing thing that was found in a similar study, though.
Oh, there's more.
Yes, there's more. Listen to this one.
I'm ready.
27% of respondents would prefer to stop using their toothbrushes for a month than lose access to the remote control.
Wait, so in other words, they would stop brushing their teeth for a month.
Mm-hmm. Rather than lose their remote control. They'd rather have their remote control than brush their teeth.
Well, as gross as that may seem, I guess that would actually, to me, I believe that more than the sex. Just saying.
But that's even a less percentage of people that would give up sex, though. But it's still disgusting.
What was the percentage? How many people again?
27% would stop using their toothbrushes. 36 would stop having sex.
Yeah. Well, I bet you for 36. Well, so for some of that 36%, I mean, it was easy to say yes because
they don't have anybody to have sex with.
Hey, it happens.
Mike says they're the same people that play Farmville and snort bath salts. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
36%. You got them nailed. So.
Anyways.
All right, we ready to talk about this campaign?
Yes, I guess. I didn't do my measurements though, and neither did you. But...
No, we'll start with the big measurement, and then we'll eventually add the other ones.
All right.
Because I thought that's what we're going to base it off of is percentage of loss.
Right.
Well, let's go ahead and explain what we're talking about. On the last show, we talked about how Jamie and I would like to get healthier, and
And also trim down. You know, we're getting married in 10 months.
Yeah, we're trimmed down, and
But it's mostly for health, let's be honest.
mostly for health, right? And I even told Jamie that I love her no matter what, and if that's what she wants to do is lose weight.
Told me. Does he believe it?
I believe it. I believe it. Yes.
I know you do, honey.
I know, and you know, if you lose weight, it's because you want to do it for you and do it for your health, not because you think of how I look at you.
No.
So.
It definitely doesn't have anything to do with that.
Good. So we decided we would go ahead and have ourselves a little competition and invite you, the listeners, to be the judge, and we would post all of our measurements. We do it weekly.
No.
How often are we going to post our?
Why don't we do it like, I don't know. Maybe weekly's okay.
Yeah, I would say just have our call it weigh-in Wednesday.
But we have the show on Thursday.
Whatever. Or Thursday. Tip the scale Thursday? I don't know.
Fat Fridays? I don't know.
Friday. Thanks, honey.
I didn't say just for you. We're both doing this.
Right. But we decided we would do it on a percentage of loss because, I mean...
It's only fair.
Yeah,
Thin Thursday. Thanks, Sandy.
There you go. So, but we decided we'd do a competition and we would see after, what we say, 6 months?
Well, the wedding's in 10. I'm going to warn you, I have to sneeze. So why don't we do 8 months?
8 months.
Yeah. Okay,
so in 8 months, we're going to see who's going to lose the most weight based on a percentage of body loss.
Excuse me.
So, because I am much bigger than her. I'm 6'4".
Well, let's just start there. You're 6'4". I'm only 5'5".
Right.
5'6".
So pound to pound, it just wouldn't have worked out.
Thanks, Ginny.
Yeah. pound for pound, it wouldn't have worked out. So we're going to do it on a percentage of loss.
No, but see, this is the part that ticks me off, though. You just weighed yourself today, right?
Right.
When's the last time that you actually tracked what you were eating and tracked your calories?
I don't remember, but
I want to say it was before Christmas.
Yeah.
How much weight have you lost between now and the last time you weighed yourself?
I am probably down 5 pounds.
I want to say it's closer to 10.
Yeah,
he hasn't been doing anything, and he lost 10 pounds.
Listen though. Here's what started it for me, though. I got to a point last year where it's like, I feel so unhealthy. I just feel so heavy. I was probably the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I said, I got to do something about it. So while at the grocery store, walking down the awesome office supply section of the grocery store, I saw this little journal thing, 21 days to
Healthier you.
Healthier you, like make it a habit.
Yep.
And it came with this little red. I don't wear it anymore, but I was wearing it for a long time. This red.
It's over there.
Yeah, this red wristband that said make it a habit to remind you, hey, to log your stuff, track your calories, meet your goal, to constantly be thinking about healthier eating habits. It instilled the concept of me of actually looking at what I'm putting in my mouth. Before I would just go ahead and just grab whatever, eat whatever, portion,
and as much of whatever,
until I actually felt like I couldn't eat anymore. I mean, that was satisfaction, and it was not good. And plus, being dormant, sitting in front of a computer, it was just an unhealthy time, and most of it was because I was going back and forth to work, and dinner would consist of either Taco Bell or McDonald's, and not good.
Yep.
Not good. So I decided to do that. I'd made it the 21 days, and in that 21 days, I lost 20 pounds to 15 pounds. It was
20,
something ridiculous.
20, maybe almost 25 pounds.
I mean, it was just ridiculous the amount of weight I dropped in a short amount of time. 'Cause I just had so much just bloat weight on me that was easy to get rid of just by completely just getting my body in the habit of no more than 2,000 calories a day.
Which was really hard for you to begin with.
To begin with, it was very hard, but actually it was 1,800 I was using for my goal at the time.
I don't think you had that goal, but it ended up being 1,800.
1,800 is what I always worked out to be, and it was.
Right.
It was. I mean, it was not healthy times at all. I mean, I got pictures of my Flickr from kindergarten, from my kid's kindergarten graduation. That it's like I don't even know who that guy is. I mean, that's how ballooned I was just from not watching it. But so anyway, so the 21 days passed, and the Christmas came, and then I dropped off it because it was like we're going to see people and holiday food and holiday treats and just.
Well, it was a tough time, too. Like, we had an unexpected trip, and, my grandpa died, and there was a lot of stress and that kind of stuff, so we kind of fell off the bandwagon.
But the thing was, even though I wasn't tracking it, I was still making a conscious effort of just not,
eating so much
and putting crazy things in my mouth and really, drop the fast food, make sure I wasn't drinking, sugar pops. I was only drinking diet.
That's been a big thing for you, honey, though.
Yeah.
That's been a big change for you.
Like, I was drinking Mountain Dew and Pepsi, going like
nonstop.
Crazy. Yeah. So anyway, so that's where that all came from, and so Jamie got on with me, and
I lost a little bit.
And then so we decided, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and really do it for real. And what better way to hold yourself accountable than to
make it public?
Make it public, and
if any of you want to join in with us, we are more than happy to post your achievements, or, if you need encouragement, we're here for that too. But we will be posting this as kind of an article on our website. Yeah. But and I talked a little bit about perhaps trying to do this flat belly diet, since my mom sent me the books. Thanks, Mom, for my birthday. It's been really cool to read up on it and like the benefits of doing the flat belly diet, which is basically, it's a really heart healthy diet, essentially. They talk a lot about how the different fats really affect how your heart works and like the disease rate and that kind of stuff. If you decrease the amount of fatty acids that you have and like the trans fats and the saturated fats that are in your body, if you decrease that, it really helps your heart and it keeps you healthier for longer. And it was kind of scaring me, some of the statistics in there. If you don't watch what you eat, and it can take so many years off your life, or it increases the amount of heart attacks. I'm like, dang, that is big. And, Mike and I are still young, but at the same time, it's something to be concerned about for when our kids are older, and we still want to be around for them and that kind of stuff. And obviously Mike does have a son, but Mike and I do not have a son or daughter yet together. But, we want to be around for Colin and our future kids. So it was really concerning me. But then I started reading into it, what it's going to take. And it's going to be kind of expensive. I'm not going to lie. Like the whole, you have to redo your entire diet, which, I mean, I get that it's for heart healthy. But at the same time, we are not in a position to be, consuming like cashew butter and like all these snooty things that you think only rich people eat, but it's really like heart healthy, conscious, organic type stuff. But you're supposed to.
No offense to the people who actually enjoy cashew butter.
Well, no, I know my mom eats it too, but it's pretty expensive. It's not like buying a jar of Jif and being done with it. So I don't know. It really focuses on like.
Well, maybe that's how you lose weight, because it's so expensive. You're just naturally
sparing.
You're very sparingly with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, Mike. We'll see. We'll keep you posted on that one. He says if we want kids, then Mike needs to just give up the remote.
No.
Then I have to give up the remote.
You have to give up the remote.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Anyway, we decided we're going to have this contest, and we are starting today.
Yep.
Today is our official weigh-in. We made our weigh-in.
Yep. And we're actually going to be using a program called MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal, yes.
Yep.
And I love MyFitnessPal because it syncs with my iPad and also my Android phone, and then my computer too. And they have all the foods in there, so I can just kind of punch in the name of the food, and it gives me a ballpark. So.
Well, that, and even if you go to a restaurant, they have most of the restaurant stuff on there, so you can see, hey, if I'm going to go to the Olive Garden and I'm going to have salad and breadsticks, type in Olive Garden breadsticks, you've got it. It's right there. It's not like you have to, like, guess, I mean, if you go to a mom and pop shop type place, you do kind of have to approximate and kind of guess what was in there, but at the same time, it's got like every generic food you could ever want. It has most like even brands of food that you like punch in. Like we like those Ritz Crackerfuls, which it's basically like, I don't know, a rectangle of a cracker that's got cheese in the middle and is basically grown up cheese cracker type thing. But if you just type in Ritz Crackerfuls and like cheddar, it comes up. So they actually have name brands in there. And if you don't find something that's in there, you can have the option to add your own food.
Yep. So that's what we're using to keep ourselves, keep everything tracked. And I like it because it shows my steady decline in weight.
Yes.
Makes me feel good, like I'm accomplishing something.
Well, that, and it actually tracks other things too. It not just tracks your calories, which is the main way that it tells you how to lose weight. which is tough too because you put in your actual weight and then you put in your goal weight, and it tells you if you want to lose that much weight by X date, you need to have this many calories per day.
Yep.
And it's kind of frustrating because for what I want to accomplish or to get me down to a healthy weight, I only get like 1,400 calories a day. That's
Yep.
not a lot.
Yep.
If you guys have any concept of what that means, but it's not a lot.
So,
But
anyway, so we did our weigh-in, and we're gonna post it on our site, and we're gonna do it every week. But
is this the moment of truth, honey?
yeah, well, it's actually, the number I'm gonna give is actually, might be shocking to some, but this to tell you where this is coming from. What really was the wake-up call is when I hopped on the scale when I started the first time. The good news was I wasn't 400 pounds. The bad news is I was 399 pounds. And it was like, oh my God, 399 pounds. 6'5", so it's like it's shocking because it's like the way I carry it, where it's like no one ever says, "Oh my God, you look like you're 400 pounds," but
no, because you're tall though, and you
Right.
are big boned. Like I know that people say that's a crock of crap. Like you either have small bones or big bones or medium bones or no. It's actually true. Like some people are just built like they're built thicker than other people.
Well, anyway, so I weighed myself today, and I'll go first. I am at 365.8 pounds. 365.8 is where I'm at. So that's what I'm starting at.
All right.
So a lot better than 399.
Right, for sure.
But I still got a ways to go.
Yep. I actually don't remember what I was when we first started, but I can tell you that I don't think I've lost much since then. Although everyone keeps telling me I look like I've lost weight, but I really don't think so. I think it's just moving around.
Yeah.
But I just weighed myself tonight, so that was probably not the best time to weigh myself. But I was down from yesterday by 3 pounds, so yeah, crazy things that happen. But
you should have weighed yourself yesterday, then kept that one so you could be that much farther ahead.
Well,
a little cheat, a little head start.
Well, I thought today was going to be worse, seeing as I weighed myself after dinner tonight. But my starting weight today, and I'll type it in here as well, is you
can do it. You can do it, Jamie.
Okay, I can do it. And yeah, just like you, I don't think that a lot of people think I weigh as much as I do, but I do. I promise. But do I have to say it? Can I just type it in here? Okay, fine. I'll say it. Okay. As of an hour or so ago, well, sans my tea water weight.
I give you a drum roll, but the only thing I've got on here is a rim shot. So I literally that's all I got is a rim shot.
But that's sad.
No, I didn't mean
Okay.
like that.
Anyways, okay. So as of today,
that came out really bad.
wait, shh, I was getting my nerve up.
Okay. Good, Jamie.
Okay. As of an hour ago, I am 224 pounds, 224.6 pounds.
224.6. Okay, so
So
I'm just sizing up the competition here because I'm gonna win.
no pun intended, or maybe pun intended. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So we got our work cut out for us, but we can do it. We got good people cheering us on.
You got it. And if you guys, you don't have to post your weight, obviously. This is just for us because we're public figures. It's still weird for me to think about that, like people, watch us. But yeah, if you guys want encouragement and even tell us, hey, I lost 6 pounds, or hey, I lost 5 pounds since my start, or hey, whatever. Let us know, because we will cheer you on just as much as you guys cheer us on. So we want to hear about your success stories, and even if you need encouragement too, and say, hey, I had a rough week and I gained a pound, we want to hear about that too, so we can help you out
and
too.
I'm going to be teaching Jamie how to blog on Talking the Rock. She has an account to do it too, and
in all my spare time.
Hey, I'll just get on there and just do a little
Hey,
update.
Mike's down 50 pounds already.
Hey, all right.
Congrats. Yay.
Yeah.
And Jenny says in 2 weeks she's down 7 pounds. Yay.
That's good.
Go girl.
That's good. And people always say, well, it's always so much easier to put it on than to take it off. That's no joke. That is no joke.
Absolutely. It's so much easier to eat than to say, meh, I'm okay.
Even if you lose 1 pound, that's an accomplishment.
Seriously.
It's work.
And you know what, honey? I was thinking too, maybe we should have started this on Saturday, seeing as my birthday party's tomorrow. Whoops.
Well.
Oh well, we have a week to work on it, right?
Yeah, we have a week. That's okay. This way here, that first week's progress will be a little slow. That means I'll just have to have one less piece of pizza and one
Wait,
less.
we have pizza?
Or no, we're not having pizza. We're having salad breadsticks is what we are providing.
That's right. Oh, I'm gonna make chili too.
Salad. There you go. I'll have nothing but salad.
Yeah, but what kind of salad are we gonna get? Are we gonna get Caesar? Because Caesar dressing is not
We'll get the house salad. But the problem is feta's my weakness. Feta cheese.
It's delicious.
It is my weakness.
But when we go to Meijer and get feta, well, A, nobody eats it, so that's a bad idea. But B, they do have light feta, and it's a lot less calories.
I think light feta is just a tease.
You didn't even try it the last time. I ended up throwing it out because I was the only one that ate it.
Okay, you know what? Diet pop versus regular pop, that I can do. But sometimes there is like low-fat food that's like more like low-flavor food.
Dude, you're like making me thirsty. I'm out of tea. Do you have some Diet Dr. Pepper over there?
I do have a Diet Dr. Pepper over there.
Can I steal it?
You can steal
I'm really thirsty.
We can.
All right, hang on. I'm coming over.
Well, hold on. We can just go ahead and wrap up the show.
No, but are we done?
Well, are you done?
No.
Oh, you're enjoying this, huh?
Yes.
Is this?
Do you guys want to be done, or you want to listen more? Because we're more than willing to talk more.
I'm just saying because usually you're so want to make sure we stick to the schedule. So.
Well, okay. I want to be on time for 9 o'clock.
I'm the one who wanted to have the 24-hour channel. Just like leave it go, and you guys can come over and see me sit down and you stretch and yawn and check my email and
go
rub my
what?
eye. So
yeah,
and then all of a sudden I realize that I'm on camera and put a shirt on and you know.
Well, I can't do that in the morning because I check my email when I get out of the shower. So let's not do that, okay?
So all right, well here you can have the.
Yeah, Sandy says they might see things they don't want to see. Yeah, that's for my eyes only, peoples. Okay, I'll be right back.
So well, there you have it. With the weights are announced, the contest is on. And while Jamie does not have an opportunity to rebut, this is my chance to say that I am clearly going to win. I mean, I'm going to win this hands down. I mean, we're both going to be winners, but I suppose I have to turn your microphone back on?
Oh, wait.
No. Everyone who loses weight's a winner. I mean, there's no... In fact, everyone's striving to be the biggest loser.
Honey, you are the biggest loser.
You know what? Thank you, honey. Thank you for that. You know, I don't know where I'd be without your support.
P.S. Hazel Eyes a while ago said honey Dijon dressing is the best, and I agree. That's delicious.
I remember years ago that I was on a weight loss kick. The weight loss or the Weight Watchers points. Sporter 22. You should know all about that. You're the one who introduced me to it, and it was actually working for a while. It was working just. But it was also, that was probably the first real eye-opener I got about food, because the one thing, my weakness when I was working down in Georgia was the Wendy's triple combo.
What the hell is that?
That's 3 stacks of ground beef and cheese and just mayonnaise and tomato.
It sounds like a heart attack in a wrapper.
I never did the lettuce and tomato, but let me tell you something. This thing, it was just a fist of beef. And you get the bag and you take it back to wherever you're going to eat it. You'd have to actually have your hand under the bag. There's so much grease had already pooled and collected.
That's disgusting.
That you thought it was just the fries and the burger were just gonna fall out of this thing.
That's disgusting.
Now, I believe I was allowed 24 points because there's a formula you put in based on the calories, the fat, the dietary fiber, and the carbohydrates. I think were the 4 parts of it. But you put it in the formula and it would work out to be how many points that food would be. I was allowed, I think, 24 points. This triple meal with the fries, the Coke, not Diet Coke, Coke, and the triple was like 2.5 days worth of points.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I believe it though.
Yeah. It was basically a double chin in a bag. I would open it up, put it on, and affix the double chin, and I was ready to rock and roll. But it was so, oh my God, it was so good. It was so hard to kick that habit. But it was a wake-up call. And then, of course, when I was in my rut to fast food, one of the reasons why I got up to almost 400 pounds was Wendy decided to torture me
Who's Wendy?
Not Wendy, but Wendy's. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Wendy's.
I thought you were speaking of your sister.
Not my sister's. No.
I'm like,
no.
She doesn't seem mean to me. At least she's not mean to me. So.
No, the they came out with the Baconator.
Mm-hmm.
It was the triple sandwich, but they added bacon to it, which means even more grease and more fat. And of course, there's me right there in line getting the triple, and and I should have known better because I'm getting out of the car. You had to bloat and it hurt to walk. And
it shouldn't hurt after you eat. I'm sorry. I know that food is delicious, but
all right. The reason why it hurt was because part of the digestion had happened, and I didn't want people to know I was digesting. Can I leave it at that?
Yeah.
So
trust me, I've been privy to those digestions.
So yeah, and it happens fast. I mean, my body has a quick reaction to it, and
that Wendy's grease.
Oh my goodness, but it's so good. And
yeah, but it's so bad for you.
But and that's just it. I mean, it's like and the thing is that if food's an addiction like anything else. You get addicted to stuff, and just why? I mean, if food's not an addiction, then why can't you just go and live off of rice cakes and other bland foods and just get the bare nutrition you need? I mean, human beings want flavor. They
crave
variety. All those things,
Well, that, and I don't know about you, but a lot of my weight has come from emotional eating. I'm bored. I'm stressed. Mostly that's just the two that get me.
What am I doing to you?
Not you. I haven't had the bored eating much at all lately. It's more the stressed eating. Mm-hmm. My job's very stressful.
So.
Yeah, Ginny says bored eating is her.
Yeah.
That's because Mike didn't give up the remote.
Wow.
I don't know, and I'm sorry, guys, for saying that.
No, you're not. And we had to talk about this too, honey. About you were going to work on laughing while you're apologizing, because your apologies don't have much weight when you're laughing.
You know what?
Something happened earlier tonight, and I was really hurt. I was really hurt. I came over there before the show.
Your reaction is so funny.
Can I listen? I came over there and helped you with your headset because you. Okay,
let's just be honest. I broke it.
She broke it. She. This is what she said.
It was on accident, though.
She forgot they were behind her when she sat down.
No, not when I sat down. I was sitting down talking to a friend. I had them, I put the microphones behind me because I was listening to the show. Like, it was after a recap of a show, and our friends came over afterwards. Uh-huh. And I was listening to it, and my friend came in, and I'm sitting in my chair. I'm like, oh, take off the headset. And I just threw him behind me because I was doing something to show her something on the internet, so I didn't want it on my desk. And then, so we're talking, like 10 minutes later, and I go to lean back, and oops, crunch. It's not like I got up and then I saw them and then I sat down and forgot.
I know. The way I tried demonstrating to you. I just assumed the way you told the story is that they were in your hands and then you set them down and you're like, oh, where did they go? And then sat down anyway. But no, I understand. But here's where you got me. I tried to help you. I tried to fix it because what happened is the earpiece would keep folding out. She'd go to put it on her head and the earpiece would fold.
Which I currently have fixed with tape right now.
Yeah. So... so anyways, I'm trying to play with it and fix it. Somehow, some way, the thing slipped on my hand and cracked me in the face, like right here on the bridge of my nose. And of course, your immediate reaction is, ow! And not so much that it hurt badly, but like more of a scared, like, and then I was mad. That's what happened. So I caught him in my hands.
And he chucked it.
I threw him against the wall.
Against the other blinds, which I'm not going to turn the camera to show you guys because it's hard to get the camera back to where it is now. But he broke the blinds too.
No, they were already broke.
Why is there another piece on the floor then?
Because it was in the windowsill and it came loose.
No, I don't think so. Anyways, he got mad. It was like a comedy of errors.
Anyway.
Oh, Mike, you and my Mike have something in common. You both have fat heads.
Jeez.
No, wait. Let's talk about this too.
Wait. Let me finish though. So I got hurt, and then I was mad. And I look over there. You can't breathe because you're laughing. And you're doing...
I'm sorry. It's like watching America's Funniest Home Videos. You laugh for a reason.
You're doing your bobblehead laugh. That little... And you don't make any sound or
I look
nothing.
like the funky chicken.
That's exactly how you look.
No, it's not.
And you were really laughing.
No.
I don't know if you're breathing or crying or what, because all I get is... finally...
Okay, I don't look as stupid as that.
Okay, you look worse. But anyway... So anyway, then,
you're gonna get hurt.
And then here's what I get. Here's me. I'm slowly starting to get a smile back to my face, but I'm still like in disbelief that you're laughing so hard, like you took glee in what just happened to me. But then I finally get, I'm sorry. I didn't feel like you were very sorry.
I was.
Laughing never goes with an apology, ever. Can't laugh and apologize. You can cry and apologize. That makes you sincere. But laugh and apologize, no. So anyway, Fathead, you were gonna go. You had something to go off of that.
Listen.
Speaking of which,
okay, let's talk about fatheads for just a second. So Mike and I have this ultimatum of we're not allowed to do certain things to our appearance, or the other one has something they're going to say about it. Mike will not let me cut my hair. My hair is fairly long right now, up in a ponytail.
Why? No, I don't want you to cut it super short.
Listen, I will... You know what? I'm going to let you guys go ahead and Facebook friend me, and you can see pictures. Maybe, I don't know. I think you can see pictures. I'll have to go check my privacy settings, but I think you'll be able to see pictures. Look at my senior pictures album. My hair was like this short. It was cute. And yeah, in my graduation from Michigan State, my hair was cute, short. Mike has seen these pictures. He hasn't seen me in real life, though, with short hair. He refuses to let me cut my hair. Even, like, he had a fit that I cut. Well, he didn't know, but I cut 4 inches off.
I did not have a fit.
Oh, you gave me the ultimatum, and you were seriously upset about this. You said that if I cut my hair, what would you do?
I would shave mine.
Which then you just look like Uncle Fester with a beaver on your face. I don't know.
Listen, I did not... Okay, you're exaggerating, number one. Okay, because when you came home after you cut your hair, I didn't even notice, because you barely got anything taken off.
Not this time, the last time, though.
Well, it was fine, and I didn't complain. I don't know where you got the idea that I got upset, but I have told you, don't get it cut super short. And I did kind of say that it would make your head look big.
Yes, he thinks that I will have a fat-looking head.
I did not say fat.
Yes, you did.
No, I said it would make your head look... Yes, you did. I said it would make your head look big. I didn't say fat.
Big, fat head, same diff.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I gave him the same ultimatum that if he ever decides to shave his facial hair again, which if you guys become Facebook friends with him, you'll see the accident that happened this summer.
I kind of look like...
Can we tell this story, please? Because it's still traumatizing, and I'm not sure that I can tell it, so you're going to have to... Thank you. Ginny says fat equals big.
I'm sorry.
You called me a big fathead. I'm
sorry. There, that sounds sincere enough for you? Because I was laughing when I did it?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Because you were fake laughing, too. That's not... Like, that's a double whammy. You were fake laughing and fake apologizing. Fake all around.
Okay, all right. But don't cut your hair short. Not too short.
Well, I'm not cutting it before the wedding regardless, but who knows what'll happen after that.
Okay. Well, anyway, I've had a goatee or a beard. I've always had facial hair since I was at least 19. And that's
a long relationship with facial hair.
Yeah. Well, there was a problem we had where I had this beard trimmer that was on its last leg, and one of the clips that kept the guard at the right setting was broke. So the way I would always use it is I would put the setting I want, but I'd hold my thumb underneath it so it would never go shorter than that. Well, something happened while I was working on this side of my face, and the thing went all the way down and went, nyeh, and I took my mustache down to practically stubble. And it just, at that point, you can't like leave half a mustache. I mean, you just can't, So I'm like, well, do I just go ahead and just put everything down to stubble and at least you can see something there, or do I just go ahead and shave it off clean? And I got to thinking about it. I said, well, at one point, Jamie and you will agree to this. You did tell me at one point that you wondered what I looked like without a beard.
Yeah, I won't deny that. I did wonder.
Yeah, you told me that. So I think, well, here's a good opportunity as any. So I went ahead and did it. And I was distraught when I saw. I mean, and I was heavier too. That's the hardest part about it. I was at my heavy stage when that happened.
Yeah, it was early summer, I think.
Yeah.
No, it was just before Colin's graduation because you still had pretty short stubble.
Yeah.
For Colin's graduation.
Yeah, so that just made things worse. I mean, I look like, I don't know. I look like someone trying to stretch their head through a cellophane plastic bag. Just no definition to. You don't know where my face stops and my neck starts. It's just like, well, here I am. I'm a male appendage with a face. I won't, But anyway, it had the accident. Off it went, and so I shaved it all off, and I'm trying to psych myself up and say, okay, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It'll grow back, and at least now everyone can see what I look like, and so I come into the bedroom and I had it covered, and I said, close your eyes.
No. You said close my eyes. You didn't even come in the room though. You didn't show me with it covered.
Right. Okay, that's right. Well, anyway, I didn't want you to see it. So then I went ahead. If you close your eyes, I started kissing you, and then you were. I figured you would figure it right away when my mustache wasn't touching you.
Yeah, but you've trimmed your mustache before where it hasn't really gotten all over my lips.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was more of what's he going to do? Telling me to close my eyes and then he kisses me? What's going to happen next? It was more of the excitement of the moment rather than being sensory aware of what was going on.
Yeah, so when she wasn't getting in, of course, I'm trying to rub more of my face on her, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's like, she got a good look at it, and let's just say this, her reaction was not good. And I already felt
honey, I do apologize sincerely.
I already felt traumatized. I almost started crying all over you. I was already traumatized.
Well, I started crying. That was the bad part, and I felt really bad about crying about it.
I know, and you didn't laugh when you apologized that time. You actually were crying when you apologized.
I know.
So that was legit. But anyway, the part that hurt me the most is that my own son wouldn't look at me.
Oh my God, he was so traumatized.
He didn't.
He hid behind me. He wouldn't even talk to you.
I was a complete stranger in my own house, and it was so bad because it's like he made Jamie into an interpreter. He wouldn't even look at me. He wouldn't talk to me directly. He would say, "Well, tell Daddy this," and then I'd have to tell her something to tell him.
Right.
He
didn't want to have anything to do with you that entire day.
No, he finally got better the next day.
Yeah, until his mother told him to call you Peter Griffin.
Yeah, that's a whole
another reason we don't like her.
Well, don't say that. I'm just saying, you don't.
Okay, fine.
But you know what I'm saying.
It was rude of her to do that. Let's just say that.
But he warmed up the next day and it started growing back and.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Ginny just posted in our chat that her husband had the same story. Apparently, she went out and then came home, and her husband Mike was in the hall with a towel on his face 3 days before their wedding.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Ooh. I would hurt you so badly.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did too.
Yep. So anyway, there you have it. But yeah, I look like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, a little bit.
I did, and it was not good.
It wasn't. It was really, really strange, and it was weird too. If he was laying in bed and he had the covers pulled up to his nose, it was almost like, oh my God, it's there. It's Mike again. It was really strange. It wasn't. It didn't even feel like him for the longest time because he had nothing. Nothing. I don't know. It was really weird. But when he had the blankets pulled up, it was like, oh my God, it's almost him. And then he moves or whatever, and he pulls it away, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So the moral of the story is that
don't shave facial hair. It's
Jamie
a bad idea.
is in love with my beard, and not me.
Oh my God, you're in love with my hair and not me.
No, I just.
You what?
I just in love with your normal size head, not your fat head.
I still take offense to that.
You know what? If you really, really want short hair.
We'll see.
Then that's fine. But if I don't like it, then I'm going to shave my head.
Yeah. Well, I have the benefit of this might happen in the wintertime, and you'd be kind of dumb to do it then because it's cold out.
I have an awesome wool cap to wear.
Yeah.
That would do well.
Yeah, see, Sandy takes offense, and it's not even her. Thanks, Sandy. Sisters unite.
No, you would not have a fat head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like you better with longer hair. You showed me some of the pictures of you shorter hair. I didn't like it as much as how I like it.
You didn't
now.
see me in person, though. There's a difference.
There's not a difference to me.
Fine. Whatever.
So, well, I would like to say to everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in again.
And listening longer than we proclaimed to.
I know, we actually assaulted you for an extra 20 minutes.
We did. And you know what? I didn't mind, though.
You know, one of these shows you guys are going to have to call in. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing as you're becoming regulars now.
Yeah, you're becoming regulars. So
and Sandy's off the hook for at least a little bit.
Yeah, she called in during the first show.
She was the first call.
She's the first and so far only. Well, Tommy too. They had the same call, but.
Well, right, but.
You know what I mean. But, yeah, you will have to do that one of these shows coming up. But every show we get more and more viewers, and it's kind of nice too because we figured out how to do the archive directly from our server.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you actually go to talkontherocks.com, we post the original recorded video on there, and because it's coming directly from our server, that means no ads, and that whole starting stopping thing that Ustream was doing doesn't happen with from our server, so that's good too. But we also, for those people who like to listen to us on their podcast or on our podcast on their MP3 player, you know, their iPhone or iTunes or iPhone,
however they
iPod,
electronically listen to it.
Electronically listen to it. So there you go. Thank you for
Saving
bailing
you.
out my stuttering self. For all those people who like to just listen and not see us, we figured out how to get the MP3s from the video, and I've already posted the last 2 shows, and I'll post this one here by tomorrow.
Sounds great.
So
we're glad you guys tuned in, and we were looking forward to talking with you guys on Saturday. We'll let you know how my birthday party goes tomorrow. Super excited about that.
So, all right, well, from here in the wonderful Talk on the Rock studios.
Yep.
Wait, so they're calling now? Are they kidding? You guys kidding, or are you guys being serious?
I don't know.
Oh, someone's, I think, oh, where it is.
What?
Well, we'll catch you next show. We weren't sure what I got confused. I saw in chat they were calling now, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
Well, hang on a second. Where would that ring into?
It actually rings into my thing here.
Oh.
And then I just answer it right here. And,
Ginny's laughing. I don't know if they're confused or if they know what they're doing and just trying to psych us out.
See,
guys, not funny. Check your message.
That's so weird. Yeah, I didn't even come up with a
ring.
Yeah, I didn't come up with a ring.
Oh, this is a good test, though. Thanks for testing this out with us, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
because this is a new system and a new setup that we're trying.
Right, because usually there's a pop-up here. So, very, very strange. So,
we'll catch you next time, though, guys.
Wait, see, there's a message.
What does it say?
It didn't ring through, but it came up with a message.
That's strange.
Oh, would you like to hear it?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh, it helps if I unmute the coverage, huh?
Yeah.
See, we're still learning. We're still getting this all figured out.
No, we're getting it, Ginny. Don't worry. Oh. And they're drunk, too. What are you drinking?
Okay, Mike and Jamie, this is Jenny Reeves, Karaoke Jenny, calling in so you can quit saying call in.
But we're not going to quit saying call in.
Yeah, and you don't even answer. You got your number going across the screen, and I'm calling in, and no one's answering. So we'll catch you next show. All right, bye.
See, I promise you that the thing should have popped up and said, hey, incoming call, but it didn't.
It went straight to voicemail. You got to fix that.
I will.
Maybe it's the settings on Google Voice.
I'm calling myself tomorrow. I'm calling myself tomorrow to get that all figured out.
Note to self, don't drink pop on the radio again because I'm having a hard time holding back the burps.
Okay, so can we try this whole goodbye thing again?
Yeah. Ginny, thanks for calling in. We loved your message, and we'll definitely try it again next time.
Yes, and it'll work next time, I promise.
Right, and because you'll have to have some kind of Valentine's Day message for us because Monday's Valentine's Day.
And we'll have a Valentine's Day message for all of you.
Aww.
Yeah, there you go. See, I'll even write a poem to our listeners.
Aww.
How about that?
You wrote an awesome poem to me.
I know, and now I'll write an awesome poem to our listeners.
Aww.
That's right.
Ginny, be quiet. Love doesn't suck. Anyways, we're going to go.
All right. Well, once again, for Talking the Rocks, this is Mike.
And this is Jamie. Thanks for listening.
Good night.
Hey.